Good day, everyone. I usually YouTube these and I will save this to a YouTube for future use, but this is for, I normally post these or have always planned to post them. I sometimes get ahead of myself because you need to be ahead at times as you're leading, and I will do them early. So you still have time for assignment number 7 to be completed, and that is telling your story within 2 minutes on a Facebook Live. Okay, so now let's jump in for after you've done that to the content creation of a basic 101 class. For your basic classes on this Facebook Live, I'm going to be talking about how to or what to put in at the very beginning after you've said your story. What do you put in to your class, whether it be live, one-on-one, or on some sort of recording? You need to talk about, after your story, what is an essential oil, right? So you tell them that it's an aromatic compound, where the aromatic compounds come from. Depending on each essential oil, it's going to be different. Sometimes they come from the bark, the seed, the stem, the flower, etc. So you can, have beautiful slides to show. If you are doing you can do a class online, and you can have it be one teammate shared that she did a Facebook party, and every hour she put up new slides or new images. And so maybe the class could be run off just these assignments in this executive premier. You can just share, right? What is an essential oil, an aromatic compound, and where it comes from. You can show beautiful imagery of plants, the barks, the stem, etc., as well as you can blow up the image of the peppermint leaf or put that as part of an imagery where you literally see the sac of oil on the peppermint leaf as it's magnified, to show people that it literally is an essence sac, that we are receiving that essence from the plant, no matter what part it is. And that essence sac is steam distilled in a cool enough temperature, but a warm enough temperature to actually have it rise. And it separates the plant, separates the aromatic compound into a chamber. It's different for citrus oils, but pretty much the same idea. And it's separating that essence, and that essence protects the plant from pathogens and different types of things that would cause the plant not to be healthy. So we have that essence too. It's called soul essence, and the plant has a plant essence, and we are in reverence and in honor that the earth shares this with us in harmony. Okay, so you're just going to share briefly something like what I just said. What is an essential oil? And then second part is for today's Facebook Live is how to use them aromatically, topically, and internally. Go over each of those three. When you talk about aromatic, talk about smelling through your hands, using a little inhaler, using a diffuser, how to use it, show them, open it up. Sometimes people are just lost. They have no idea how to use a diffuser. It might be simple for you, but not for somebody else. You can really take the time and show them how to use a diffuser. Talk about how aromatically, pretty much every essential oil you can use aromatically, and to address our emotions and have emotional support, we want to do aromatic use, no matter what other way you're using them. The second most talked about way is topical, and we want to remind people that yes, you can spot treat where you have an issue or a challenge, but you can also put it to the sole of the foot so that it gets to the bloodstream in 30 seconds, and then the body's intelligence coupled with the plant's intelligence take those compounds to the part of the body that needs it, the cells that need it, to clean out the cells and make the environment of the body back to homeostasis, so that the body can do what it's meant to do, which is balance and heal itself. You can also talk about how the aromatic compounds within each essential oil, that there's 200 to 800 active compounds, okay? 200 to 800. With spikenard, it's off the charts. They don't even know what to do with spikenard. They just know it's so complex that they've never seen something like this. It's beyond frankincense. So when in doubt, use frankincense, okay? So you can talk about if it's a hot oil topically, make sure that they dilute it. If they don't know if it's a hot oil, they don't have a book, just tell them to dilute it. Always dilute when you don't children or sensitive skins or fur babies that we want to really follow a dilution chart. So you might also show that in your class or one-on-one, as well as put it in the file section on your phone of all these graphics you're creating. Make sure there's a graphic of a dilution chart there. Whether they're diluting in a 10 milliliter roll-on or they're diluting, just per teaspoon or tablespoon of carrier oil. Explain what a carrier oil is. Don't assume that people understand what carrier oil means, because you're dealing with two oil topics, an essential oil topic and a carrier oil topic. So you want to be very clear with people, okay? So that's topical. And then lastly, internal. You remind them that only with doTERRA do we ever recommend internal, because we know that they're pure, we know how they're sourced. We have the source2u.com website that they can go to so that they are able to check the ratings of how that essential oil bottle did on the testings, third-party testings. And that if they don't have a remedy to follow the bottles that have a supplement fact label on them, they will tell them 1 drop per 4 ounces of water. So if they don't know what to do, just stick to the remedy instructions on the bottle. Otherwise, get a Modern Essentials book and follow the Modern Essentials book. Usually, if they're going to tell you to do internal, they'll tell you to pick 1 or 2 of the oils in the list above drops in a capsule. So again, they're very minimal on how much they're telling people to use, suggesting people to use. And, if you watch doTERRA Corporate, they say the same thing. Start small, start minimal, because they are so potent. You don't need to have a maxed out 5 drops of the oil in a capsule if you aren't following a remedy. Start small and then see how it does with consistency. So that's the last part. Remind them about consistency, using it every day. If you can't find a remedy plan, stick with the morning and night, roll it onto their foot. That's the easiest thing I can suggest to you guys, where I see people have massive success. Okay, so that's today. Again, typically I'd be posting this on tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning assignment, and it will be due on Thursday midnight. So if you're falling behind, a couple of you are, on finishing your assignments, remember, there's no wrong turn. You're accountable to yourself. Use these as education. Use the meditation I'm about to do to help you clear out any cobwebs or shadows that are keeping you from being on time. And, know that you're always on time as you arrive presently. So maybe you'll have a really present day today or tomorrow, and you can catch up where you left off. Know that the assignments I'm giving you, though, are long lasting. They will create they'll create a flow to your business. You'll already have these things done, and you're not having to go, where do I start? Where do I begin? You'll have these things saved. These graphics will be saved. Each person you sample, don't forget you have these beautiful graphics. Send them very gracefully. Maybe, send one right after you sample them, then send them one that night, and then one the next morning, and give them, a nice digestible flow of these graphics. So today's assignment is to make a graphic on what is an essential oil, and a second graphic on how to use them aromatically, topically, internally. If you need to make that spread out into 3 graphics, that's fine. But all these graphics you're making, you can even make a PowerPoint show, okay? So there's so many things you can do with these graphics. They're rocking awesome, and you're making them. Whether you encourage your leaders that you draw to you, you magnetize builders to you, whether you have your builders do the same thing I'm having you do, or you have them join this challenge for the next month, great. Otherwise, you can always just pass on these images you're creating to them. So they really, again, have so many reasons why we're doing this. You are the trendsetter. You are the way shower of your future business. So take these seriously, because this is you being accountable to you and you making your business rock as you lay the foundation firm. Okay, so let's go ahead and close our eyes, slow down. Just let the soul that you are illuminate all the way down into your crown. Let your feet touch the ground if you're sitting in a chair. Let your bum touch the ground if you're sitting on the ground. As you recognize the soul light coming all the way down to the ground, then recognize the earth magnetism coming up into your feet and meeting that electrical soul that you are. We are electric and magnetic. Let them marry and merge at the heart. And we're going to come into your time of arrival onto this planet, what we call the birth date or the due date. And I just want you to tune in because maybe someone told you or because you're asking your consciousness. Were you told that you were early, on time, or late? And if you don't know, trust your insight, trust what comes to you. Early, on time, or late. And whatever you were told, I want you to tell the small you, the growing inside the mama you, that the only time there ever is presence. And that you simply being fully you, which is all you can be, you are present and you are on time. So all the false beliefs, any cobwebs, any limitations around what time means, what presence means, we're going to ask your higher self to cleanse, clear, and release all of that, any energetic debris around the core of your being, that you are present, that you are in creator above or below, whatever you believe creator to be. We're going to ask for creator to download to you what it feels like to always be on time, what it feels like to be present. And we're going to have that frequency come down into you from that moment in time when you were about to be birthed or coming into birth. And we're going to ask that that presence frequency comes all the way to now and all the way into the future. Good. So you are always present. And say that to yourself, I am always present. Take 3 deep breaths. I am always present. Inhale, let the presence that you are in. Exhale, let any misunderstanding around that release and be recycled back to the sun. And inhale, I am present. I am always present. Exhale, release. And last time, coming all the way to now, I am present. I am always present. I am always on time, and all of life's amazing magic and miracles happen in the perfect way now. And open your eyes. Welcome this day, welcome this life, welcome your presence, welcome others' presence to you. Let your presence and others' presence meet together, and let your soul contracts be fulfilled. Let yourself and the other that you're meeting step into true wellness, and give thanks and reverence to all of God, nature, all the elementals, all of what you really are and that person really is. Give thanks to all of that for showing up and helping you remember your perfection. Okay, until next time. Thank you.